Some transits are subtle. They unfold quietly in the background. But this one opens up a portal. Starting August 23rd of 2025, we have a new moon in Virgo, and it is planting seeds for something massive, a storyline that's going to rebuild over the next 6 months and detonate on March 3rd, 2026, with a lunar eclipse. So if you've been feeling like a reckoning is coming, well, you're not imagining it. Let's start with this Virgo new moon at 0 degrees. It is a pure reset point in the United States natal 9th house, having to do with foreign policy, law, ideology, and moral authority. But here's the catch. The seed that's being planted at this time, it doesn't just sprout in daylight. It is going to germinate in secrecy with agendas. It's probably tied to the US's global reputation, our legal entanglements, and likely foreign surveillance and whistleblower leaks. With Virgo energy, systems are shifting. I'm talking about the educational system, the healthcare system, and military bureaucracy. But it's happening under the radar. And as this portal is opening up, the US is intensifying its Uranus return. So expect some disruption in diplomacy, broadcasting, and public messaging. And then 6 months later, on March 3rd, 2026, this is going to culminate in a lunar eclipse at 12 degrees in Virgo, conjunct the South Node and Vertex. This is a fated reckoning with the past. What's been hidden during these 6 months is likely going to get exposed. What's been karmically overdue, well, it comes due. Mind you, this eclipse in the 9th house is exactly where the new moon from August took place in 2025, right? And it is loosely conjunct the US's natal Neptune. It's coming into a tightening conjunction there, and Neptune is the planet of illusions, propaganda, and sacrifice. This is opposing the 3rd house, where natal Pallas, the moon, and Ceres reside. So this is likely triggering something with media, school, speech, or censorship, very likely a war on narrative control. And by the time this hits, the gloves are off. I mean, I said in previous videos that, we're going to be dealing with Mars going through the 12th house in December. So by the end of this year, there's stuff going on and hiding behind the scenes. And it may not really start getting recognized until January. And so if you don't really see what's going on, by the end of this year, well, that's kind of on purpose. But trust me, from January into March, the gloves are coming off. And let's layer the shockwave factors. We still have, Pluto in Aquarius conjunct the South Node in the US's 2nd house. And this has to do with bleeding resources and collapsing financial trust and economic karmic payback. We will also have Chiron still in Aries, still going through our Chiron return as a nation, which is reopening a national wound having to do with our identity and pain around leadership. And with Hades also there, exactly conjunct this Chiron placement, we are being forced with a confrontation having to do with the rot in our leadership, the decay, and maybe even reaching into our military. Then take into consideration that transiting Lilith in Leo is in our 1st house. We're probably having a reputation crisis about right now and rebelling against the facade. Meanwhile, Uranus return that we're having is still in effect. Mars is in Pisces, conjunct the natal moon, which is bringing a lot of emotionally explosive energy, people having emotional reactions to things, and this could be potentially staged conflicts, okay, or blame shifting. With Jupiter still in Cancer during this time, in our 7th house, opposing the 1st, there is a lot of energy about, expansion with others versus the intense changes we're going on with our own identity as a nation. And our bad reputation, because maybe some of the people that have been put in power have been bringing rot to this country, and it's been left unchecked. So this is big deal astrology. It's not subtle. It's a collapse and rebuild moment. And here's the interesting part. We have transiting part of fortune in Leo at 0 degrees, really potent, conjunct the US natal part of fortune at 26 degrees Cancer in the 8th house. And this could have to do with money from hidden sources. Maybe there's an unexpected financial alliance, resource sharing. I'm being nice. More realistically, it could be about a global shift in who controls the purse strings. Don't let that part of fortune distract you. I don't really know that this is so much about luck. It's more about preparedness. This new moon in Virgo on August 23rd, 2025, it kicks off a 6-month storyline that is rooted in ideological shifts, information warfare, and global positioning. That storyline culminates March 3rd, 2026, with a blinding flash of truth, karma, and exposure. So use these next months wisely, because the real story, it hasn't even started yet.